Sand testing is very important for the sands which we use for making the molds. Some of the criteria used for sand testing are moisture content in the green and dry sand, the permeability, compression, tension, transverse and shear strengths, deformation during compression tests, green and dry hardness, clay content, grain size distribution, compressible content, pressure, volume of the gases evolved, flowability, sintering point, resistance to spalling, etc. One of the sand tests performed is moisture content determination. The simplest method used here is to dry a sample thoroughly at a few degrees above 212 degree Fahrenheit and to consider its loss in weight as moisture. So drying can be done in a thermostatically controlled oven or in an instrument designed for this purpose. There is one moisture teller which blows air through a 50-gram sample of sand that is placed in a plate. So this is how the moisture content in the sand can be determined. The other tests made on sand are compressive strength, deformation, hardness. Here regarding green compression strength, the sand specimen is compressed between two plates connected to the ram of the universal testing machine. The load at which the sand sample breaks will give you the compression strength. So the same test can be performed at high temperatures in the furnace to find the compression strength at elevated temperature. And regarding deformation and the green hardness, during compression test, the deformation of the sample can be recorded, and the toughness can be obtained from its ultimate strength times its corresponding deformation. So this is how we find the deformation. And the hardness of the rammed sand is measured by a hardness tester like a Brinell hardness tester. A half an inch diameter spring loaded ball intender is forced into the rammed sand surface. So the resistance to penetration will give the hardness of the sand surface. The rammed sand can be tested for its green permeability, green compression and few other properties are tested when the sand is in rammed position. This following figure shows how the testing is done. So here a sand rammer is used to ram the sand in the container, and this machine is with foundation at the bottom, and there is a rammer rod, a sliding weight which is used to give some extra force to the sand and rammer, and a collar fastened to the rammer rod. These are used for these are the components in this particular ramming machine, and the rammed densities should be within some range which is actually encoded in the sand molds. Predetermined weight of the sand is placed into the hardened steel tube which is closed at the bottom by a pedestal. Actually the tube filled with the sand and the pedestal are weighted initially. The entire setup is placed into the sand rammer, and the rammer is dropped a few times depending on the particular sands, like 3 times, etc. So depending upon the nature of the sand, the number of times the ram falls is to be determined. So the weight used will be a standard one. Depending on the ramming time, the standard density is obtained. Once the ramming is completed, the height of the rammed sand is evaluated, and this should be equal to 2 inches in length. If it is equal to its height, required density is expected to be in the rammed sand. That is what. So it is calibrated with respect to the height. The density is calibrated with respect to the height. If the sand height is outside the range, the entire procedure will be repeated again.